Hey guys, Kagan is321 here. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about two movies. Not just one, two movies. I've decided to talk about two movies. Because they coordinate with each other. A Quiet Place 1, Part 1, and Part 2. Now, if you haven't seen either of those movies, don't watch it. Don't watch this show. Don't watch this video because, there's a lot of spoilers. Let's just say the movie consists of a... You just need to watch it yourself. There's a lot of explaining to do. Anyways, Quiet Place Part 1 starts off with people on a bridge. Enough. A family going through grocery stores, getting supplies and medicine and all that. Stuff. The whole town is empty. And you have no idea what happened. And they got this toy for a little kid to keep him distracted, but they took the batteries out. There's no batteries in there. Except somehow the kid got batteries, because in the bridge scene, which, it's not my favorite, because you can just see something when he creates a noise, something was immediately, like, running towards them. You could just see, like, when he's running back towards the kid, probably to get the toy away from him, or something. You could just see him looking at something that's moving in the bushes, looks like running towards him. The reason why I'm doing these two movies is because of the new Quiet Place Day 1. I can't wait for that. Anyways, he, main character of Quiet Place Part 1, let's just say the kid was, you could just see a glimpse of the kid, you can just see a glimpse of the alien, the Quiet Place aliens, which, fun fact, they are blind, but they have bulletproof armor. Their armor is bulletproof. The only way to destroy them is by making them have this open up their helmet and expose their brain or whatever it is. And the only way to open up their helmet is by creating a loud noise. It makes them confused and have to open up the entire thing. And then you shoot at the brain and they're dead. And anyways, the kid got, like, swiped, in the movie, so I think 1 year later, and the family's so quiet. There's one place where they do sign language because they know sign language due to the daughter being deaf. She can't hear, so, honestly, that is such a big, I'm surprised she's still, because if you can't hear in a situation, you don't know if you're making noise that attracts the creature. You don't know if the creature is coming up from behind you and all of that. It just makes it so hard. But it at least makes them figure a way to speak to each other without having to make noise to attract. And then the daughter realizes that the father was basically researching about these creatures, how to destroy them, and father didn't want them to know that he's been researching for some reason. Wants it to keep quiet for some reason, just to not worry about the family for when it happens. And then later on, there's later on, the father takes the son out to go to a place where there's a waterfall. For some reason, they know it's a waterfall. It's a nature noises. They don't go after anything natural. And we don't know. Honestly, I hope they learn where they came from, why they chose to go to Earth out of all places. Anyways, let's just say they bring in, they just bring, a little bit of, and that to explain, they basically talk, family issues, family things, the mother's pregnant and has a baby at the time that the monsters invade because they make so much noise on accident, and it causes one monster to come. And then the father is gone, sacrificing himself so the kids can be safe. And then they lure him into the basement where they figure out how to do it by making a giant loud noise with her hearing aid. And she has a hearing aid, a little bit. And the hearing aid, due to a microphone, causes this frequency issue that makes the monsters kind of open up, and you can see what they look like. And then the mother shoots, and then on to the part 2 where we can see a glimpse of day 1, what happened. Basically, everything's going fine, and then all of a sudden in part 2, you see this meteor, like this, I don't know, this black cloud. You could be family having fun with other people, and then they just have to and they basically leave them in the middle. The baseball game is canceled. They all try to go home, and then a lot of noise has been made, and then all of a sudden, one quiet monster destroys a cop car, literally, like, flips it over, and, it's like, because they have amount of strength. The strength of they can hold a truck. And anyways, when the family were into, was in a car and a truck, anyways, when the mother was driving backwards, that creepy scene that you could see the monster's arm come out of the truck, it's like as if he was driving it right to them. And luckily she got out of the way, and then they all kind of hide and realize noise lures them. They're blind, but they get chased. I still don't, they don't show how they survived and got out of the town before any monsters could destroy them. Yeah, it just makes, it kind of doesn't show, but anyways, and then it goes back to the present of what happened, and basically, it's a continuation of part 1, so family decides to leave, grabs everything they can, especially an oxygen mask, where the baby is wearing it to help, basically, where it's in a soundproof box. The oxygen mask is for the baby, so they can breathe, and in case they want to get out of the population. And then we meet a character that was in the beginning of the movie, lost his whole entire family, and was staying in that one place. It turns out there's like a soundproof vase, but it locks from the outside, so they have to have like this cloth to block the door. I didn't know about that till, and I'll talk about that later. Basically, where there was, how would you say it? The boy stepped into a bear trap on accident, and, well, I'm surprised. You could see the rusted bear trap right there, and you just didn't see it, and you just stepped into it. That's just one thing. And then basically it's basically where they go head towards. They decide to get medicine and, well, try to find help. And they hear this radio song, and they go towards the song where it's apparently from an island. And they're confused. And let's just say the daughter and the new guy, is coming in, and they decide to go look for it. At first, he has trust issues with the family, but he realizes, because he says people have gone crazy and just, yeah. Anyways, they leave the mother and the baby and the son. The mother goes to the town and gets more oxygen tanks, more medicine for the medicine and more supplies, and then she comes back knowing, and while the mother was gone, the guy decides to explore. He falls down, trips, and makes a noise where a Quiet Place alien. I have no idea. What are they called? I'll call them the listeners for now, because they listen. They are blind, but they listen well. I'll just call them listeners for now. Anyways, he makes a noise and accidentally gets locked in. He forgot to put the cloth on the thing, so he gets locked in, and he runs out of oxygen. There's a stopwatch or timer, whatever it is. And then, basically after that, they go through the mother comes back, creates an explosion, which makes the sprinklers set off, and it makes the listener very distracted into the nature noise, can't hear, and then she goes back down, opens the safe, grabs everything inside, and then locks, and then makes a noise where the listener is coming down towards them, and then she does grab the cloth and lock it, and lock the safe, the soundproof safe, which honestly, yeah. And then, basically, we go back to the other family, the other part of the daughter and the new guy. I honestly don't remember their names. I never paid attention to their names because they never really mentioned their names much. Anyways, they go to the docks of a town, and that's when they encounter the crazy people who, basically are, crazy. They attract the listeners to the people, that they deem unworthy, and then they were able to escape the monsters because they realize they can't swim. So that's why the island is safe. They have no monsters, and the island is safe. And then they meet the people on the island, knowing that they can't swim, and then they were about to go back. Then the guy was about to go back to get the mother, son, and the baby, to get them back. And then, but he realized somehow, I remember in the scene where they got away from the dock, the listener was literally was on the boat, and it was sliding because the rope got unlatched from the... Anyways, the listener got on the island because the boat due to the current, the boat got to the other island, and they basically they lured the listener to a radio thing. They lured him to a radio, and it's like my Batman thing. Lure him to the radio, and they basically make a noise. They were able to get the thing that's on air, to the hearing aid, to the microphone, which makes the very loud noise, and then the monster was like opening up, and then you have the scene where the kid has that noise as well, because they have the speaker with the thing, with headphones, but they took out the speaker and took out the headphones out of the speaker, and it faced it towards the person, and then grabbed the gun, and the son grabbed a gun and shot at the monster, while the daughter grabbed something, like some stick, and was able to whack it so hard that it's gone. And that's where it ends. It just leaves off in a cliffhanger, which that's not my favorite part of the movie, but it leads to A Quiet Place Day 1. I wonder if they will make... I know in the third movie, I'm not sure in the third movie that they encounter the Queen, but in the trailer, they speak. In the trailer, they speak. At least one speaks, and it said, "Finally, we have made it." I don't know what that's about. Hopefully they encounter the Queen and she can explain everything before all this happens and all that, and then or something, like some listener alien can listen and tell them what's going on. Other than that, that's how Quiet Place Part 1 and Part 2 is. I'll tell you what A Quiet Place Day 1 is about when it comes out and when I watch it. It's going to be a great movie to watch. Other than that, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you haven't already yet, please subscribe. Other than that, thank you. Peace out.